Sends Ava another threatening text as Steve tracks their location, and Marlena finally hears from John. In the morning, Lonnie and Eli bring their toddlers to Abe and Paulina's living room. In front of balloons, the grandparents exclaim, "Happy birthday, Carver and Jules, and Merry Christmas." Despite Lonnie's reservations about spoiling the kids, Paulina and Abe shower them with gifts. Lonnie asks Eli to supervise while she drops in on an old friend. At the DeMera mansion, a surly Rachel passes on opening more presents with her mother. While she got everything she asked for, and more, Rachel points out she didn't get what she really wanted, her parents back together. Rachel blames her mother. Kristen knows blackmailing Brady over Sarah's serum was wrong, and it didn't even help her get him back. Rachel knows he wants to be with Ava now. She overheard Kristen asking Stefano's portrait how to get rid of her. "Did he give you any good ideas?" A stone-faced Rachel sits in the DeMera living room armchair. Brady comes to the townhouse with a vase of flowers that were sent from Susan, not John, as Marlena assumed. Detecting how much she misses her husband, Brady gifts her a heart locket that belonged to his mother. He's sure Isabella would want his other mother to have it. Inside is a photo of John and Marlena with Brady and Belle as kids. Marlena chokes up. Brady asks about John's case, but all Shane has told Marlena is that it's a matter of global security. She knows John will be coming back to them, but she wishes she could talk to him. Brady sympathizes because Kristen won't allow him to see Rachel because he doesn't want a relationship with her. And it doesn't help matters that he's seeing Ava. At the hospital, Kayla asks Roman to play Santa for the party. Roman hesitates, considering the last time he was asked, Steve stole his Santa suit. Kayla corrects him, that was Stefano. And we try not to say his name on Christmas. With a phone to her ear, Ava stands at Steve's Brady pub table. He is also on his phone in front of his laptop. On the phone at the pub, Steve wishes Joey a Merry Christmas. Sitting in front of his laptop, Steve explains he's helping with John's case for Shane and the ISA, but he can't give any details. Ava approaches while on her phone with Tripp. Steve switches phones and learns Tripp and Wendy are engaged. After Steve hangs up, Ava asks if he can find the freak who's been sending her harassing texts. Steve doesn't think stay away from Brady is much of a threat, but Ava assumes they're from Kristen and asks him to look into it. As Rachel asks if her nano told Kristen to lock Ava in the secret room, Lonnie comes to the mansion. Kristen excitedly embraces her friend. Lonnie marvels over how grown-up and beautiful Rachel is, but Rachel calls female beauty a tool of the patriarchy. She then excuses herself to hide her snake's shed skin in Harold's bed. Kristen urges her daughter not to prank him, but Rachel insists he loves it. At the DeMera mansion, Lonnie and Kristen smile while looking at Lonnie's phone. After her mini-me has left, Kristen asks to see photos of the twins. As Lonnie shows them off with all their presents, she assumes the piles of gifts for Rachel are from both Kristen and Brady. Kristen corrects her. She won't let Brady near Rachel while he's seeing that tramp. Lonnie points out this isn't about Brady but her daughter. Doesn't she deserve to see her father for Christmas? Lonnie leaves when Rachel returns. Kristen tells her daughter she has a surprise. Text reads, "Subscribe to Soap's Days of Our Lives newsletter. Get breaking news alerts, daily recaps, exclusive interviews and spoilers sent straight to your inbox. Watch Days on Peacock $7.99 plus. Buy now." In the townhouse, Marlena points out Brady's pattern of getting involved with troubled, dangerous women. Brady sees her point but insists it's not on purpose. She just doesn't want to see him get hurt. He says it's too early for that and fills her in about the texts they assume are from Kristen. His phone rings. Speak of the devil, Brady deadpans. "Please don't," Marlena cringes. "Not on Christmas." Brady answers to Kristen, who invites him to spend Christmas with his daughter. When he arrives, Brady gifts Rachel with frozen rats. She happily rushes off to feed her snake. Roman grows hot at the hospital while dressed in the Santa suit. He has trouble breathing and gets a strange feeling down his arm. Am I having a heart attack? Later, as he lies in a hospital bed, Kayla informs her brother he had an allergic reaction to the suit. He might not be able to play Santa, but Kayla has an idea of who can. Roman lies in a hospital bed. Wearing her doctor's coat, Kayla grimaces at him. After Eli has taken the kids sledding, Paulina gifts Abe a collection of books about the great soap opera creators. Abe, in turn, gives her a bracelet made up of all the birthstones of the Price family line. Seeing her sister Tamara's stone, Paulina is hopeful they can repair their rocky relationship. She runs off to call her. Abe plays Santa for kids surrounding the hospital Christmas tree. Lonnie, Eli, the twins Paulina and Kayla are in attendance. In the hospital lobby, Kayla welcomes Paulina, Eli, Lonnie, the twins, and a few other kids to the hospital party. Paulina reads the Christmas story, and then the kids chant for Santa, played by Abe. Later, as Kayla and a recovering Roman fawn over the twins, Lonnie tells Eli she'll miss this. He assures her they'll be back in no time. He holds mistletoe over Lonnie's head and she pulls him in for a kiss. Meanwhile, Paulina flirts with Santa and tells him all she wants for Christmas is the love of her wonderful husband. You already have that, Abe says. Always and forever. At the hospital, Eli holds mistletoe over Lonnie's head. Alone at home, Marlena calls Shane and asks to talk to John, but he denies her. She tearfully hangs up. Later, while talking with Sammy on the phone, Marlena gets a call from Carrie, much to Sammy's irritation. Marlena assures her it's not a competition as they disconnect. After briefly chatting with Carrie, Marlena receives a delivery. She opens a box of strawberries and cream. John's note reads, "Here's to being caught up in the rapture of your love for many Christmases to come." At home, Marlena sits on her couch in front of an open gift box. She looks at the card. At the pub, Steve uses an app to pinpoint the location of the burner phone texting Ava. It reveals the last message came from the DiMera mansion. In the DiMera living room, Kristen gets in a dig about Ava, leading Brady to accuse her of sending the threatening texts. Kristen insists she didn't. Then who did? He sternly asks. In the foyer, Rachel sends Ava a text. Stay away from Brady, or else. A menacing smile spreads across her face. Days of our lives, drama unfolds during a tense Christmas season. Morning celebrations and family joy. As Christmas morning dawns in Salem, warmth and joy fill Abe and Paulina's living room. Lonnie and Eli arrive with their twins, Carver and Jules, to a festive scene adorned with balloons and gifts. Abe and Paulina's exuberant exclamation, "Happy birthday, Carver and Jules, and Merry Christmas," sets the tone for the day. Despite Lonnie's hesitation about overindulging the kids, the proud grandparents can't resist showering them with presents. Lonnie, reflecting on a bond from the past, decides to drop by an old friend's house while leaving Eli to supervise the festivities. Rachel's discontent at the DiMera mansion. Meanwhile, at the opulent DiMera mansion, Rachel's demeanor is anything but cheerful. Though surrounded by a mountain of gifts, she's uninterested in opening them. I got everything I asked for, she acknowledges, but one glaring wish remains unfulfilled, her parents' reconciliation. Her discontent spills over as she blames her mother, Kristen, for the divide. Kristen's regret over blackmailing Brady with Sarah's serum surfaces, but it's too little, too late. Rachel, precocious as ever, quips about overhearing Kristen consulting Stefano's portrait for advice on dealing with Ava. Did he give you any good ideas? She asks, her tone cutting. Kristen's silence is telling. Marlena's heartfelt moment and lingering worries. At the townhouse, Brady visits Marlena, bearing a heartfelt gift, a locket that once belonged to his late mother, Isabella. Inside, a photo of John, Marlena, and their children evokes tears from Marlena. She confides her longing for John, whose dangerous mission has kept him away. Brady shares her pain, lamenting his inability to see Rachel due to Kristen's manipulations. Marlena gently cautions Brady about his penchant for complicated relationships, a pattern he acknowledges but struggles to break. The moment is interrupted by a call from Kristen, who invites Brady to spend Christmas with Rachel. Though wary, he agrees for his daughter's sake. Upon arrival, Brady's unconventional gift, frozen rats for Rachel's snake, delights her, offering a rare moment of unguarded joy. But the tension between Kristen and Brady remains palpable. Hospital drama and festive cheer. At Salem University Hospital, the holiday spirit is in full swing. Kayla enlists Roman to play Santa for the children's party, despite his initial reluctance, a humorous nod to past Christmas mishaps involving stolen Santa suits. While Roman prepares, Ava arrives at the Brady pub, seeking Steve's help. Disturbed by a series of threatening texts, she suspects Kristen and asks Steve to investigate. Though he's preoccupied with John's case for the ISA, Steve agrees, his protective instincts kicking in. Later, Roman's stint as Santa takes an unexpected turn when he experiences alarming symptoms, fearing a heart attack. Kayla's quick intervention reveals it's an allergic reaction to the costume. Though relieved, Roman is benched from his Santa duties. Kayla improvises, tapping Abe to step into the role. Abe's turn as Santa brings joy to the hospital's youngest patients, including Carver and Jules. Paulina's reading of the Christmas story captivates the audience, while mistletoe moments between Lonnie and Eli and sweet exchanges between Paulina and Abe underscore the love that permeates the occasion. Marlena's loneliness and a glimmer of hope. Back at home, Marlena's solitude deepens. Repeated calls to Shane for updates on John yield no answers. As she shares a moment with Sammy over the phone, Marlena's emotions are laid bare. A surprise delivery interrupts her melancholy, a box of strawberries and cream with a note from John. The gesture rekindles her hope, reminding her of their enduring love despite the distance. Steve uncovers a clue. At the pub, Steve makes progress on Ava's case. Using a tracking app, he pinpoints the burner phone's location to the DeMera mansion. Determined to get to the bottom of it, he braces for a confrontation. The true culprit revealed. At the mansion, Kristen denies sending the threatening texts, despite Brady's suspicions. In the background, Rachel's mischievous grin hints at the truth. As she sends another ominous message to Ava, the words "stay away from Brady, or else," reveal her as the mastermind. The sinister smile on her face underscores the depth of her resentment and determination. Closing the curtain on a tense Christmas. The day's events leave Salem's residents grappling with unresolved tensions and new revelations. From Rachel's cunning schemes to Marlena's bittersweet moments and Steve's investigation, this Christmas is anything but ordinary. Yet, amid the chaos, the bonds of love and family endure, offering hope for brighter days ahead. Ava receives another threatening text. As the episode begins, Ava Vitali's anxiety is palpable. She sits in her dimly lit room at the Salem Inn, clutching her phone. Her hands tremble as another ominous text message lights up her screen. The message reads, "You can't run forever, Ava. We're closer than you think." This is not the first time she's been targeted, but the persistent threats are taking a toll on her. Ava's paranoia grows as she glances around the room, half expecting someone to burst in at any moment. Her mind races with possibilities. Who could be sending these messages? Is it a ghost from her mob past, or someone else she's crossed in recent weeks? Ava considers confiding in Harris Michaels, who has been an unexpected ally recently. However, her trust in anyone is limited, and she decides to handle the situation herself for now. She types a quick reply to the unknown number. "Who are you? What do you want?" But no immediate response comes, leaving her more frustrated and scared. Steve tracks Ava's location. Meanwhile, Steve Johnson is on a mission. Convinced that Ava knows more about a recent string of crimes in Salem, he's determined to track her down. Steve's relentless pursuit of justice has always been a defining trait, and this time is no different. At Black Patch Investigations, Steve works alongside John Black. John, although preoccupied with his own troubles, lends his expertise to Steve's search. Together, they use surveillance footage and GPS tracking to pinpoint Ava's location. "She's at the Salem Inn," Steve announces, his voice filled with resolve. "I'm going to confront her." John hesitates. "Be careful, Steve. Ava's unpredictable, and if she's feeling cornered, there's no telling what she might do." Steve nods, but his determination remains unwavering. He grabs his leather jacket and heads out, leaving John behind to continue his own search for answers. Marlena finally hears from John. Back at the penthouse, Marlena Evans sits by the fireplace, her worry etched into every line on her face. It's been days since she's heard from John, and the silence is deafening. She's tried calling and texting, but there's been no response. "Where are you, John?" she whispers to herself, clutching a framed photo of the two of them from happier times. Just as she's about to lose hope, her phone rings. She fumbles to answer it, her heart racing when she sees John's name on the caller ID. "John. Thank God. Where are you? Are you okay?" John's voice comes through the line, steady but tinged with exhaustion. "I'm okay, document. I've been following a lead, but it's been harder to pin down than I expected. I didn't want to call until I had something concrete to tell you." Relief washes over Marlena, but it's tempered by concern. "You had me worried sick. Next time, just let me know you're alive, even if you don't have answers yet." John sighs. "I know, and I'm sorry. I'll do better. But listen, I think I'm onto something big. I can't go into details yet, but I promise I'll fill you in as soon as I can." Marlena's mind races with possibilities, but she knows better than to push for more information. "Just promise me you'll stay safe," she pleads. "I promise, document. I'll be home soon," John reassures her before hanging up.